Here's the waiting room picture. um, there you go. I think that's better when you don't see the glare. Anyway, I put tape around the edges so that this part, you know, this part where it's kind of bending over, doesn't get painted. So I am going to paint the edges. And there's really, I don't think, a good way for me to show you this. Here's the paints I have. This is the paint I used to splatter. And then I just added a bunch of water so it didn't, you know. And then this is what I used to do the flowers. And again, I added water so it didn't dry out. See? Okay. This has a little bit of iridescence in it. The other one does not. So I'm just going to kind of randomly go through. Actually, I don't like that right there. How did that happen? Give me a second. I'm going to kind of move that tape there a little bit. Right there in the corner. Okay. So this is the mostly clear. Because, you know, mostly clear. Ooh. And I just did it and I got like a gunk on it. Anyway, I'm going through and doing the mostly clear. Why? I don't know. And then I'm just going to come through and just do some little smashies of black and more smashies of black. One of those was black iridescent. One of those was not. And then some of this blue. Oh, and it is accumulating at the bottom. Did you see that? It's just dripping on down. How about this? Yeah, it is very liquidy. So none of this matters. Honestly, it doesn't. I'm just trying to throw some color on the side. And it will end up doing whatever it does. I just don't want the sides to be all like white. The one problem I'm going to have now is that when I move this around, it's going to drip on my table. Not that that's like really a problem, because obviously I still have part of the circle where I tried to clean it and it didn't clean very well. So, okay. Now I'm going to this side and you can't see this at all. Isn't that lovely? Yes. Okay. Angles, people, angles. I am the excellent YouTuber who is painting and you can't even see me paint. Isn't that great? Okay. Ooh. Okay. Oh, it is just dripping over here on this one. Okay. Then I'm just gonna let it dry. We'll come back over here. And I don't. There's some fabric right there. I don't want that fabric to. And then I got my charging cord. Yeah. Life is what it is, people. Going through again with the clear. Oh, you can't even see me. Here's clear. And it's not really clear. It's just like light blue. But again. And then I'm just kind of dropping colors. I'm dropping more colors. Because what else am I going to do with these colors? I have no intention of keeping this paint. It's way too drippy. So, I will actually be getting rid of it. I'm not going to be using it for other stuff. As I say that, I will probably use it for other stuff. I'm kidding. I really do have intentions of discarding this paint. It's just very watery and stuff. I don't care if anything gets up under the tape either, because the tape should be high enough that if any paint gets up under, it still won't go to the front. Because that's really the only thing I need to worry about, is like not messing up the front. So I am going through, I'm going to do this side now. And just kind of do things that you can't see off camera, but just know that I'm doing them. Okay. And then it's probably all going to drip down. So I'm just going to let the edge of the painting dry. I'm going to let it dry with the tape on. And let me move these because I don't want these to spill on my painting. I don't know if I can pick it up now. I was going to rearrange it so that you could see it. Here, let me see if I can move it with just holding the tape. The things I do. The things I do. Okay. Remember, this is all dry. It just looks very shiny compared to the not shiny matte. I am going to paint it all glossy, so this will not be as much of a contrast later, if that makes any sense, because it's all going to be shiny. And again, you're seeing it semi-distorted. Let me see if I can grab this tape. Okay, I got my finger under it. You are seeing it semi-distorted by the light. So, but as a result, when you walk past it, you will see kind of the light move in a reflection. And so you'll see different things, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm gonna, I'll varnish it later. I'll take a picture of it. And maybe I'll use that as the thumbnail for the last picture, this picture. Maybe I'll varnish it on camera. I don't know. I have to wait a bit because this was very wet. Lots of water and stuff. And paints have to dry for a while. You can't just like varnish them. You have to let them cure. Because otherwise, the water gets under the varnish and it doesn't dry. And it's trapped and it clouds your varnish. I've not had that happen, but I've heard it can. So, as a precaution, I don't know. What do you guys think? Here. Oh, that did great. What do you think of that? See the little whites? That's what I called like the little maggots. See that white right there is like paint that came up or something when I put the fluid down because I had already painted the whole thing white. So I think that the white paint somehow like interacted with my pouring medium, and it like it came up, see, in these little things. So it did like that interesting thing. And then when I put it on the second time over that, because this was already dry, that's why this doesn't have any of the white in it. Well, I mean, it has white from the gesso, but it doesn't have like the white little speckles. Anyway, that is what it is. That's what it looks like. I did think about putting some iridescence in these flowers. You know, just like sheer iridescence, right, like on top of the white. And then I decided against it because I'm like, you know what? I kind of like the white, just white. The white is whiting. The flowers are white. So I'm going to stop touching it, let it dry. And I don't even know why I edge stuff, except for the fact that I don't like to have to pay for things to be framed. But if I were to frame this, I would totally frame it in either a white plaster frame or something very black and gothic looking, like really thick. I think either one of those would work. Or whatever. I mean, you know. But I'm not going to frame it because framing costs like way a buku bucks. And I don't have way buku bucks. So I just throw my artwork on the wall unframed. So that's why I painted the sides. Bye-bye.